Introducing Sonjia Pelton-Sam, the glam coach who will jumpstart your life and business success. She's an empowering force of education and coaching who gets visionaries into action. With style, class, and charisma, the glam coach brings energy and inspiration to any room as an in-demand speaker and powerhouse mentor. With her experience as an 11 times author, certified teacher, coach, talk show host, and digital product creator, she knows what it takes to monetize your products and maximize your potential to do something that matters. Launch your vision with the glam coach, Sonjia Pelton-Sam. Introducing Sonjia.
All right. So I have an important guest with me today, guys. Coach Dawniel Winningham, honey. So I am your host, Sonjia Pelton-Sam, also known as the Glam Coach, where I help you G get up, L love yourself. I affirm your belief, in M is some things that you can make happen right now in your life and in your business with God by your side. You know I'm your girl. If you need any digital products, workbooks, planners, journals, courses, anything like that, things to come in and make you some extra, you come on to your girl. I want to talk to you. So right now we're going to jump right in here and talk to Coach Baby, because she is going to drop some gems and drop some nuggets that's going to change your life and shift it to the next level. So Coach Dawniel, tell them a little bit about yourself.
So long story short, I'm a former JP Morgan Chase Vice President, Master Life and Master Business Coach. I left Chase a day before my 16th year anniversary. And one of the things I've always been passionate about is why women don't earn what everybody else earns, right? Yet we work so hard. And more often than not, it's not the system and it's not other people. It's how that woman feels about her worth in the marketplace. So I help women not only see their seven-figure visions, but work to bring them into fruition. Because, you know, my point of view, it's just as hard to make six figures as it is to make seven. Why not make seven?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. So tell us a little bit about how you got started with all of this.
So initially how I got started, I wrote a book. And I had like a viewing of like my colleagues and my girlfriends, and they came in and I said, well, give me feedback. And they said, you know, the book is great, but it's missing something. So I created a workbook. I launched the book and the workbook, and women said, oh, it's great, but it's missing something. And the only other thing missing really was me, or a mentor, a guide, somebody to reaffirm their beliefs, somebody to encourage them and motivate them to move forward and reach higher. So that's initially how I started in coaching.
I love it, Coach Dawniel. And you said something really important as a coach, but you had the things, right? You had the book and you had the workbook. You had tangible things that people could buy, right? They needed you, right, to hear it and get it to them, to get the materials to them that they could use, but they also needed you to help them work through it. But we have so many coaches and people and speakers out here, and they speak on stages and they like, I'm not making any money. But the whole thing is, you got to have the things too. You got to have the products too. So let's talk about some of the tangible products that you have that you give to your people too. Like if you walked on the stage and you did have to hit it for free, you still gonna make some money, right?
If I walk on the stage, I'm not walking on any stage without an offer. I don't care what stage it is, because not just for me, but people need that continuing support. If we go to an expo, I'm going to have no less than 50 workbooks on the table. I'm going to have no less than 25 books I've published, written a forward for. I'm going to have all these things. But I think where people get caught up is they don't understand that in order to sell those things, you still have to have community. You can go create all the ebooks in the world, but if you don't have anybody to sell them to, if you're not marketing and if you're not promoting yourself on a consistent basis, then that's a problem. Another thing I teach women is you don't have to start at a $20 product. You can start at a $20,000 product. And if you don't have that, that's just your mind doesn't know what to do to create that product. Doesn't mean somebody can't help you create that.
That's really, really good. Yeah, it's really about how you feel about what you're creating. That is absolutely the truth. So tell me, like, what inspired you to move forward? Just inspired you and prompted you to do this thing?
I don't know if I had a choice, and I don't know if I do now. You know, I was a single mother, just had gotten a divorce, 3 kids. And I tell people, no matter how much money you make, 2 checks minus 1 is the struggle. You understand what I'm saying? That's just the math on it. So at the end of the day, you know, it was either go get another job working for somebody else or figure out how to do it out here in this internet marketplace. And I'm actually not only sometimes a little frustrated with female entrepreneurs because the market is so much more flush than when I started. I started 12 years ago. When I started 12 years ago, coaching was new, digital products were new, social media was new. But now with all of this plethora of platforms that people have to choose from to market their products and services, I'm surprised that they allow fear to keep them pigeonholed to working a job. I mean, you ought to be scared that job gonna let you go. I mean, if you got to be scared of something, be scared of the things you can't control. And I'll tell you a quick story. I ran into a woman, and I don't think any connections are accidental. I think the mass majority of connections we experience are divine. I ran into a woman. She came to one of my local brunches probably about 5 months ago. And at the time, she had been at her job 23 years. She was comfortable. Now, y'all write that word down because that word is dangerous. That word comfortable is a very dangerous word. There's a book called Good to Great, and he said, good is the enemy of great. See, a lot of people listening to this are living good, but you don't understand living good can be snatched out from under you like a rug. So at the time, she was living good. She was comfortable at her job 23 years. Flash forward to now, I saw a note about 2 weeks ago. Hey, my job laid me off out the blue. Now, your meeting with me was not accidental. I tell people all the time, God will give you an umbrella long before it starts raining. But now, if you don't start working to understand how that umbrella works, then you get drenched. He tried to tell them people when Noah was building that ark. He tried to tell them people, it's finna rain. Just because you don't see a cloud don't mean it's not going to rain. But we as women, we get comfortable and we allow our comfort to be our demise. So me, I didn't feel like I could be comfortable then. I don't feel like I could be comfortable now.
That's real good. So tell me this, Coach. If money was no issue, I'm talking about you had unlimited funds. Like, what would you do? Like, what would you be doing? You just have all the money. Like, what?
I feel like I'm doing it now. And I feel like that's the key to a 7-figure business. You have to do what you would do for free. And I'm a reverse engineer that question because there's a lot of women out there doing for free and doing for cheap what they could be making millions of dollars doing. You comforting other people. You love to do it. You could be making money doing it. You're a confidant. You know, you got ultimate discretion. You're a motivator. You're an encourager. All of those things generate revenue. And the fact that you don't know how doesn't mean it doesn't generate revenue. It just means that you don't know how. And until women invest in the knowledge to be able to move the needle on those things, they stay where they are. So I believe that I'm in my dream. As a matter of fact, it's funny because one of my challenge questions for one of these websites is, what's your dream job? And I can never remember what I put because my dream job was always writing books and speaking and encouraging and motivating. And I mean, that's what I do now.
Very good. I think that is one of the most important things that you can do. I tell people when I owned the beauty shop and I was talking to people, I was doing the same thing I was doing. Jakes was saying, you are created to do a thing and you have to know what it is. And he said at all times, he's just a communicator. He communicates through movies. He communicates through books. He communicates through preaching. He's a communicator. And I think just knowing who you are, I know I'm a creative. And that's what I do at all times. I create. So I have
I'm a coach.
And you a
That's
coach.
what I do. I get in your face. I tell you how it is. I'm here to help you win the game. And the people that understand I'm not your friend. I'm not here for giggles and kicks. I'm here to help you and your family win and monetize the things that you're already doing. The average woman is a millionaire already. She's doing $1 million worth of service, $1 million worth of work, $1 million worth of support. I asked yesterday at the brunch, how many of you have helped somebody else build a business? And 90% of the audience raised their hand. How many of you have helped somebody else build a ministry? Raise their hand. 90%. Write a book. 90% raise their hand. You out here doing all this and that for any and everybody else. But when it comes to yourself, you do few and far between. And that math just doesn't work.
That's really good. That's really good. So who would you say has the biggest impact on you in your life that's made a really great impact on your life?
Number one is always going to be my mom, because she was so selfless. And I was listening to Joyce Meyer this morning, girl. Ignore that big old dog in the background. He going to do what he do, girl. And he knows I'm on camera, so he's going to visit. But he don't want to be in front of the camera. He just want to let everybody know he's here.
That's
so
okay.
Ignore Cujo. And he knows to get out of my office. He knows that. Cujo.
Let Cujo stay. Cujo say he want to do an interview too.
So it's always going to go back to my mom. I heard Joyce Meyer saying this morning that it's so many people that don't know their call, that you don't have to be. Everybody doesn't have to be in the pulpit to be called. She said she started her ministry in this grocery store she used to go to every day. My mom was one of those people, and even at her service, so many people came forward talking about how she helped them, how she encouraged them, how she motivated them. And I really feel like women don't know the impact they have on other people's life. And they don't know how to, if I could have ever shown my mom how to assign a value to all of the people she motivated and encouraged. But yeah, my mom, she would always buy my first case of books. She said, baby, you ain't got to worry about writing a book. You write it, I'm going to buy it. And she would ship them out all over the country to everybody. So I never had that fear of, if I write this book, ain't nobody going to buy it. Because I knew somebody was down for a case of 100. I had 100 sold off the rip, right?
Ooh, that's really good. That's really good. So let's talk about life lessons. Sometimes we learn these life lessons and we can teach them to other people so that they don't have to go through what we've been through. So tell us a little bit about one of those life lessons that you learned.
I think that some of my biggest life lessons have to do with me and taking care of me, and how long I took care of everybody else to my own detriment. Mm-hmm. Financially, physically, mentally, psychologically, doing everything I needed to do to win, but then how much I gave up of myself to help other people to win. Now, as a coach, part of that is my job, but I've always just had a penchant for, like most women, just doing the most. And I had to come to that stark realization that whether it be friends or family or whoever, you can't want it for people more than they want it for themselves. Mm-hmm. And that was a hard lesson for me, because I'm thinking, you paid me all this money, don't you want it? And I'm finding myself dragging people, to success. I'm finding myself badgering people, to do their work. And this could not be it, because it's not what I signed up for. So at the end of the day, I had to learn, people have got to want to invest, not just financially. They got to want to invest their time. They got to want to invest their sweat equity, their elbow grease. They got to bring it. If they want it, they got to bring it. If they want game, they got to bring game.
That's really good. Because that is what's lacking today. And people will go off and say, oh, I didn't get anything from this program. Oh, they took $20,000, $30,000 from me. Oh, this is, and I'm like, sometimes you didn't do what the coach told you to do. I tell sometimes people too, sometimes you was Pee-wee League and you went up to the big times, and you didn't get the basics that you needed. And I've seen people do that too. I've seen people jump to one stage and they didn't have the other stage. I've seen people jump the stages and it's like, you didn't have anything to sell. You paid to get on that stage, but when you came out, you didn't feel like the other people because you didn't go back to A. I have a book called Launch Your Business from A to Z. You didn't go to A. You went straight to Z. And so you don't even have all the things. You don't know what that coach is talking about. And that's not their fault. that you jumped to college and you ain't been in elementary yet. It's your fault. It's very few Doogie Howsers out here, MDs, where you start off like that. And so coaches are getting a bad rap, and it's really just where they chose the wrong coach at the time.
And then you can't hire because everything glitters and gold. You hiring based on her shoes and her purse.
Come on.
You hiring based on what kind of house she say she living in, or what kind of car she say she driving, or he. And you're not hiring based on who the spirit told you are aligned with.
That's good.
You know, and that's the truth of the story. And you're absolutely right. I'm not even going to talk about just speakers. I'm going to talk about business owners in general. When I was in that room yesterday, just the stark reality that 90% of these business owners don't have the basics, a business plan, an investment plan, a marketing plan, a profit plan. If you don't have a profit plan, you don't have a GPS, you don't even know where you're going. If you're a business owner and you're not counting your money every day, you're not a business owner. I bet when you get that check, you put it on the calculator and you say, I work 20 hours and at time and a half, you're not going to let them get away with it. So if you're not counting your money as a business owner, do you own a business? If you don't know what you made this time last year, this time the year before, you know, what is it that you're doing? And it's just so unfortunate that they're not building lists. They're not consistent on social media. They don't have the right price products to sell. Most of them don't have a product that's over $1,000. They don't know how to sell a high ticket product. They don't know if they got $5,000 for their business tomorrow. I sit in a room full of entrepreneurs, and I know Wells Fargo gave away millions of dollars, and 95% of them did not know about it, and only one person in the room applied for these millions of dollars. And I know I got clients sit right here in Houston with me. One of them has got up to $270,000 worth of grants. One of them just applied for another 60. Already has about $60,000 in grants. So they don't have the knowledge, the sisterhood, the partnerships to really run profitable businesses. And I'm going to tell you something that may shock you, but the average African-American woman-owned business only makes about $24,000 a year. So that's why they still in a job. Because if you can't crack at least a six-figure code in your business, you're going to stay working, or you're going to be a strugglepreneur.
Mm-hmm. No, that's really good. Really, really good. Look, you go in there today. I see that's why she's the coach. So tell me, how do you stay motivated in hard times?
You know, there's a book by and y'all see that bookshelf behind you. That's not an image from Zoom. That's not, you know, people be having all them bookshelves that don't be real. Baby, I can go over there and pull a book off that shelf. Those books are real. I am going to read. I got right here on my desk, I probably got 50 books. 12 Laws of the Universe, the 12-week year. Let me show y'all what I got on my desk. $1 Million Weekend, Go Givers Sell More, Incidents in the Life of a Slave Girl. I got so many books. 01, Peter Thiel. What I got on my desk? Secrets of a Master Closer. How to Live on 24 Hours a Day. So everything from time management to mindset. But there's a book by Austin Kleon called How to Stay Creative in Good Times and Bad. And really, it's about the balance. You know, being okay just to take a coloring book. And if you feel like coloring, just color. You feel like watching, and I'm not a TV watcher, but every now and then I will pick a series and I'll watch that thing from start to finish. Eight seasons, maybe in 2 weeks. And then I'm through with it. Yeah. You know, you got to find ways to clear your head. You got to find ways to stay out of your head. And I'm not going to lie, I keep a coach. I keep a coach. The coach that helped me make 6 figures is not the coach that helped me make 7. And then I'm on an 8-figure hustle. I got a new coach for that. Right. We refuse to hire greatness. And I don't want to figure this out by myself. I don't have it in me.
Yeah. And it's true. And it's people that can help you do things at a faster pace than if you were doing it on your own. Right. So I totally agree with you on that. So let's talk about this. So was it you or somebody else I saw the other day on social media that had the hospital band on?
That was me.
And
Girl,
this is
that was
why I
me.
want this is why this is just a really important, I think, talk for today, because I had one on a couple of weeks ago, and then I went through a battle with cancer, and then people don't see that you still got, you press through in the midst of the things you're going through. I had a wreck in December, so up from the wreck, I'm walking a little bad, but I'm just saying people don't see the things that you go through, and you still have to press through to get to the other side. That's entrepreneurship, right? And I think that seeing that and showing that hospital band, I think that it encourages others. Tell us a little bit about that, and you still showed up.
So I'm gonna tell you three lessons I learned from that. Number one is you can only do as much as your body lets you. No matter what your mind say, you can only. So my event was actually 2 days. It was actually Saturday and Sunday. Saturday, I was in the hospital, didn't get out till 4 p.m. So guess what? I could not show up. But being a person of my word, I'm going to reschedule it, let them come to an event for free, still get the information. But number one, you can only do what your body lets you do. My body wouldn't let me do it. I was okay with it. Number two, you got to have a team, because them women that showed up Saturday still got the carpet rolled out for them. Still got their awards, still ate good. The food was good. My team entertained them. Now, was they missing me? Absolutely. But was it a hole in the programming because I didn't show up? No. I had some amazing speakers there. They still got some great information. So they was taking pages of notes. So at the end of the day, all these women running around with no team. And I don't mean a VA. I don't mean a graphic design artist. I mean, who is helping you carry your vision forward? Point blank, period. You need CEOs, you need CFOs, you need CTOs. Don't know what that is. A chief financial officer, a chief operating officer, a chief technology officer. You got to have people that are in charge of various aspects of your business. You cannot grow a 7-figure business alone. You can't do it. And you can't wait until you get the 7 figures to put the people in place. They've got to be in place in order for you to ascend. So the second thing I learned was teamwork, beyond a shadow of a doubt. But the third thing is, and this is what I tell women. Yes, I showed up Sunday. Everybody was like, "Oh, are you okay? Are you okay? You should have took the day off." Y'all don't be taking the day off from y'all job. Hello? Watch this. Yesterday, when it was torrential rains, you saw that rain in Houston, but them women swam through that rain to get there. So it was still a packed house. And what I told them was, thank you for swimming here, but you swim to your job. I've seen y'all stuck up on the freeway before.
That's good. That's real good. So I love that, because yeah, I know I had Coach Connie Stewart, and when I had the cancer battle, I was like, I don't know what to do, because everybody wants products that I have and things that I have, because I built so much for myself. And so she was like, if it's just big enough for you and yours, it's not big enough. If everybody should be able to eat. And I was like, huh. And so from the hospital bed and other places, I could sit there and build people's products, build people's workbooks, planners, journals, help them with their landing pages and things like that, and get up and going. And so it just launched me to another level. So I think people seeing you showing up and being able to show up, like you say, you have to show up at your job. I think that really helps people press through and know that life is life. Divorce is gonna happen, your kids having problems gonna happen, sickness is gonna happen, different things can happen to you, but you still have to find ways to show up for your people. I tell them the worst thing that can happen is you go missing. You go missing off social media. You didn't do a post, you didn't do a quote, you didn't do a hey, it's me, you didn't show a hospital band, you didn't let us know nothing about what's going on. And then we just after, and then 6 months later, a year later, when you cleared your mind and you ready to come back, everybody is supposed to jump on your bandwagon. I told you wouldn't want your preacher to do that. You wouldn't want, when Jakes was sick, he was telling us how his back was hurting. He rolled in there. He sat in that chair. He preached to us. And what he do, they rolled him right. He got on off of that, and they had to sit him on down and roll him out. You have to press through sometimes for your calling and your purpose and what you're called to do. So I love the way you press through. So tell me, next for you?
What's next is everything. I did have a stint when my mom passed. Again, it goes back to team. It goes back to having people to show up even when you can't. It goes back to creating content when you can, because you're not always going to be able to. It goes back to having those products and services that are going to sell no matter what's going on with you. All of that is interrelated and integral for women, because we break.
Mm-hmm.
We break, we get tired, people pass, we get sad. We just go through stuff. So you have to have backup plans in place for when you're not able mentally. Because I'm not saying show up regardless.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying show up when you can. But I'm also saying you got to understand it's going to be a time that you can't show up. And
Right.
to not have a backup plan for that is foolishness.
It is.
So what's next for me? More stages, more events. Of course, we launched the Pink Wall Street, which is women's answer to me in totality, because we're not asking for our worth. We're not asking for grants. We're not asking for government contracts. We're not asking for tax deductions. And we're not asking at these auctions for real estate. So I'm putting together a team of individuals that can help women shepherd themselves into next level finances. Not just this, because I'm going to be honest, and y'all cut the mic up and listen to this real close. 6 figures a year ain't no money. I'm sorry, it ain't. If you're talking about legacy and retirement and generational wealth, so that's going to be the legacy I leave, and the way I'm building it. These women will continue long after I've gone to Ghana and built me a suburb of expats, because that's on the list to do. But really just empowering other women to come in and teach this mega community that I've built. The Most High said, God said, you went far the first time. You went fast the first time. This time, if you want to go far, you got to take other women. So I'm looking for real women to partner with who understand marketing budgets. Don't come and ask and get up. I want to speak at your event. And then when I talk about collaboration and partnering and sharing the cost, you looking at me side eyes. It doesn't make sense. Everything is business. I had so many people reach out to me to speak. And when I talked about collaboration and partnership, they were clueless and they didn't get it. My team has a marketing budget. We are a business. Everything we do, I'm sure you saw the ads running for the event. You got a team back behind it, texting and calling and inviting people. And so all of that costs money. So I'm looking for real business women who are ready to go to the next level and know that they need the grants, so they need to apply. They know they need the coaching they need to build a business the right way. And then they know they're going to need some stages to speak on that's going to earn them some money.
I like that. And we're going to talk about this collaboration, because sometimes you have skill sets. I'm trying to get some stuff down. But sometimes you have skill sets that other people need. Or sometimes you can build things that other people need. And I think like one of the collaborations I did was this one for the herpreneurs, which we'll see you there. And this is Dr. Nikki's plan, Dr. Nikki Ziegler. But you can't really see the inside in here with the light, but it's beautiful. And so this was a great collaboration that I helped her build this one, and she just built another one, which was probably, I think she, with the both of them, probably a little over 200K in planner sales. But that launched me to the next level, right? It was collaboration. I helped, and then me helping, it showcased other things, right? It put her on another level in her life, and it helped me on another level than mine. And then I did one with Dr. Connie Stewart. And so being able to, maybe somebody builds, maybe somebody do balloon arches and set up table arrangements and different things like that. Maybe somebody sponsors and they do bags and t-shirts or something like that. But collaborations are different, or maybe it's a skill set. Like some people bring me in to teach digital products at Canva. It's skill sets that you have, though, that can launch you to the next level and other people to the next level, because nobody has the same skill set. They don't. Some people motivate you to no ends of, like, they just motivate you. When you leave there, you're going to do some things. Other people are there. When you leave there, they're going to build it for you because they know what you need. Other people are going to be there because it takes different coaches at different levels and different things that you need for yourself. And I think that's where our mentors, that's where we miss out as a people on like what we need in our lives to grow to the next level.
And especially women, I see that women find it especially hard to collaborate. But that's because women don't like to put numbers on paper. If an event costs me $20,000 to produce, and it's 10 of us, bring $2,000 to the table. What is so hard about bring 2,000? What is so hard about bringing 3,000? It's just not. You got to have a marketing budget in your business. And if you don't have one, then at the end of the day, where are you marketing?
Mm-hmm. That's really good. You're telling the whole truth. So how do you stay, like, let's talk about staying balanced. How do you stay balanced?
You know, balance has always been hard for me because I'm a workaholic.
Yeah.
It's also hard because I love what I do. So with balance, I have to be deliberate. I did an exercise yesterday about helping them see what they wanted in their life and what their desired life looked like, but not just that. What can they do to go and get it? And one of the things that I had them doing, one of the things I do is I write down how many weeks of vacation I want. I have a list of 52 things that I want to do this year. And I'm even going to turn it into a book because you have to make every day a celebration. And if not every day, at least once a week. You know, we live a stone's throw from the beach. When's the last time you've been? So sometimes I'll just get up and ride to the beach for sunrise. You know, we always eating out, but when are you going fishing? When are you going on a dinner cruise? You don't have to have $1 million to take a vacation. You don't have to be wealthy to enjoy the fruits of your labor. You know, I got this amazing picnic basket, and we don't do nothing but pack it full of cold chicken and potato salad and, you know, a couple of sodas and some light bread and some hot sauce, you know, and go sit outside and just enjoy your time. I think that we take time for granted. I know I have in the past. And every time I'm sick, I realize you can't just work.
Yeah.
You've got to work to enjoy life. Yeah. And if it's, and I'm going to tell women this, anybody that is procrastinating about their next level, let me help you understand something. Procrastination is energy. Fear is energy. Worry is energy. And all that energy, girl, we could have built you something to get you free from your job by now. And all that energy, because you're talking about it all day, every day. You probably got 50 notebooks with your plans written down and haven't done anything yet. We need to get to the root of why you're not doing what you need to do.
That's true.
If that's just because you can't hire somebody. Stop being so insistent on, let me tell you something, graphics, not my strong suit, I don't do it. Technology, not my strong suit, I don't do it. I got a list of things that I am okay with saying it is not my strong suit, and let me go on over here and find somebody else to do it because I'm not going to do it. And the deliberation and the procrastination of me not doing it is costing me way more than hiring somebody.
That's really good. That's really good. Y'all tell us what city you are from. We want y'all to drop it. We want y'all to drop it on in the comments. Tell us what city you from. My girl Dawniel, she's H-Town, right? I'm H-Town. And guess what? We're going to see y'all at the Herpreneur event. Dawniel, are you going to be at the Herpreneur event?
Girl, live and in color, in living color. I'm actually getting a presidential award at the Herpreneur event that's going to be here in Houston, Texas. I want to say it's 5/31 through June 2nd. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I'm actually going to be speaking to y'all. They trying to get me to come up with my topic right now. And I think I want to call it the revolution of money for women. That's what I'm thinking about calling it, because that's what this is, guys. And I say this with all seriousness. For everything they did not pay my grandmother, my great-grandmother, my mother, I'm coming for it. I'm coming for it.
So it sounds like the Herpreneur event, like it's gonna be like we going to war. We getting back everything that belongs to a woman, honey. So
absolutely, include her peace of mind. And you can't have peace of mind when you broke.
Including your peace of mind. Okay. And it's going to be amazing women there. I'm hearing these people that is going to talk about insurance. Y'all know it's underinsured. We got to get some insurance in our life, right? We have to get some disability up in our lives. So we got to get some things in our life that can help us if times get hard. I'm trying to tell y'all, don't get caught without it. It's going to be people speaking next level things on what you can do, what you can build, where you need to go. Everybody is going to be in the house here in H-Town. So y'all tag, like, and share this. We're going to put some more information once we finish. It'll be on the bottom about how to get your tickets, how to register, things like that. I know Coach want to meet you. I know, Coach, do you want to meet the people?
Baby, I don't want them to meet me there. I want them to beat me there.
Come beat you there, because they're going to learn how to make some coins, some ching, right, in their life. Okay, so what you say, beat you there. Don't meet me there.
Don't meet me there. Beat me. I want y'all to be in the audience when I come in, okay?
Right? When she comes in, want you to be up in the audience. So y'all come on with it. So we want you to tell our audience, is there anything else you want to share before we go here? Anything else?
I really feel like all women need to be in line for other people's money. And that's grants, whether that's grants, crowdfunding, sponsorship, corporate partnerships, government contracts. There's just so much money out here that we are overlooking. So if you go to www.thepinkwallstreet.com, it's going to pop up and ask you, do you want a list of 40 grants to help you get started? Download the list, start looking through the grants. It is a moving target. So if they're not available now, they will definitely be available later. But we've seen already millions in grants given away on a national level, millions of grants given away on a local level. I don't know what keeps women from applying, but you got to start somewhere. And if it's because you don't have the education, then get the education. But don't leave this money on the table. Botox is already giving away $500,000. FedEx $500,000. UPS $500,000. Wells Fargo $8 million plus. Progressive right now is giving away 10 commercial vehicles for up to $50,000 for Black entrepreneurs. They're giving away leases for your business. They're giving away anything you can name. You can literally get with a grant, including money.
Come on, I want to talk about this just really quick before we close, because people you can't run your business off of Cash App and Zelle anymore. Y'all stop. That's the only thing. Not that you don't take it, because some people, that's the only way that they can give you money. So you got streams of income, you got places you need to put that. But we have to run businesses, right? I got people out here, you don't even have a DBA, more or less an LLC. So getting structure and getting order in your business, and because during COVID, people didn't even have what they needed in place, a bank account and stuff for the money to file into. So just structurally getting the basics in your business so that you can receive everything that God has coming to you. Am I right, Coach Danielle?
And then some, guys, and then some, because you got to remember, if they're going to give you the money, then you need to at least be worthy of receiving the money. Y'all looking at worthy as in, do I know enough, or worthy as in, oh, I got a pass. They looking at worthy as a checklist. Do you have an LLC? Do you have employees? Are you investing money in your business? Do you have a website? Do you have a social media presence? Are you consistent? So the things you're worried about, they're not worried about.
Mm-hmm. And
they're
also,
worried about your business structure.
I know somebody who was in trouble, and guess what? They got in more trouble, and the judge was gonna let them off. But guess what? And they did have an actual real business. The judge said, no, you don't even have a website. I don't see nothing about you on Google. So I don't know where your business is. And they really had one, but Cash Apping it and Zelling it, and not having the other things in place, so that when people Google you, when people go to see who you are, it's proven that you are who you say you are. And it's that important. We look at it like, oh, they telling me the hashtag. Oh, they telling me to do this and drive my SEO up. It's because it's necessary today. Like, people get to know you. When you on the stage and you hitting that bad boy, and you up there and you talking, and then you haven't used social media, and you don't have any SEO for us to prove it, we're gonna Google you. First thing I'm gonna do is Google coach. Who is she? What does she do? What does she have? And your Google should take over that first couple pages, right? So we need you to do the things, all the things, as people say. It's a reason. It's a reason why coach is telling you to do the things that she's telling you to do. It's not just for play. It's credibility. You building credibility with people. Even you see coach on talk shows. You see her on podcasts. You see everybody doing these things. But it's because it's necessary in today's time to make you credible so that you can get the figures that coach is talking about. Am I right, coach?
Absolutely. That and so much more. Absolutely.
Yes,
but you got to learn the basics. Stop trying to Google everything. Going to Google State and YouTube University is not going to teach you.
Mm-hmm.
It's too many different schools of thoughts, and you're going to fool around more confused than when you first started.
Yes. I wasn't talking about going to Google University, but I'm saying as far as you building up them building up their status of their
right. I know what you was talking about.
But they might have took you to the university, huh? Because I'm a Google doctor, y'all. I go to the doctor. I'm like, let me tell you what's wrong.
Girl, you'll never operate on me with your degree from Google.
Look, let me tell you what's wrong, doc. Doc, this is the problem. They're like, that's not the problem. I'm like, hey, I'm being funny. But yeah, I know we got a lot of Google doctors out here. So tell our viewers how to get in contact with you, coach.
Definitely www.thepinkwallstreet.com. Also, my personal web address for women that want to be free from their job is DawnielWinningham.com. So either one of those will get you where you need to go.
I love it. And give our viewers any of the offers that you have or things that you have going on. Let them know about it.
Yep. Like I said, start by downloading your list of grants. If you can't afford anything in your business, stop saying I can't afford. Because even the Bible talks about the power of life and death in the tongue. Every time you say I can't afford, you're literally killing your finances. You're killing your vision to see things that God has made a way for you for. You're ignoring them because your mind can't even recognize it as belonging to you because you don't have a written vision for it. So push come to shove, start somewhere. Start with the grants. We have grant writing courses. You need to leave your job. We have courses that teach you how to build the foundation to leave your job. I want to make a special request. I don't know what God tells you in the throne room. I don't. But if one more person says, God told me to take a leap of faith for my job, and God know you got bills, he may tell you to get started. He may say, go and do this. Don't use partial instructions.
Come on.
And then blame it on God. He told you a long time ago. He said, get some help. He said, start the process. Get it structured right. All you claimed you heard was quit the job. And that's why so many entrepreneurs end up back at a job because they don't have the financial wherewithal, the spiritual wherewithal, or the strategy to stay off a job.
Come on. I see people now and they take all the money out that they worked hard for retirement, right? You cashing in and you listening, but you don't hear, like she said, the full instructions, or you looking at somebody else. Y'all, I'm telling you, I look at the full picture. I had a couple of people, they husbands, football players. They already in the game. Because some people want to be attached to them time they throw a product out. So yes, when they threw it out, they made $40,000, $50,000, $60,000. That's not you. Or you don't see the behind the scenes where they put in so much money on Facebook ads. That is crazy. So yes, they're going to make the money back because the investment was big. And not only that, they had a team of people to go in that know how to set the Facebook ads up.
All of that is important.
Yes. And so you cannot make these moves looking at other people. Like she said, not building your foundation first. And I see it. And then people are frustrated because they spent all the money that they worked hard for. They went into the retirement funds and then it didn't happen. It's because you didn't do the foundation work. People are working and doing businesses to build up to stop doing that.
It's a transition.
It's a transition because you're still gonna need medical insurance. You're still gonna need all the other things that you need. So you can't just hop out there. So I like Coach right here because I like that she's teaching you foundational principles. And a lot of people are taking money and not teaching foundation principles and just saying, yeah, hop out the job. What? Because that little money you taking out is not enough money to get you up and going for what you need. So yeah, definitely. Oh, Coach, you dropped nuggets today. What I'm telling you is you dropped some bad nuggets today. Y'all got to take these bad boys and run with them. Because Coach is here. She going to help you make that. I'm telling y'all, that's what she going to help you do. So, Coach, like, is it any other programs or anything else, offers, books, whatever you have out there?
That's where I start everybody at either the basics of grants or the basics of business, because if you don't start the basics, you can't get into my mentorship program. There's no such thing as I'm just going to sign up, because at this point, where I am in my business, you're not just interviewing me as a coach, I'm interviewing you as a client, because all money ain't good money.
Come on. They'll give you a bad reputation. They'll give you a bad name because they weren't ready. So I love it. So guys, today was amazing. I want y'all to drop it. Drop it in the comments. I want y'all to talk to us. Tell us how you feel. Tell Coach how good she did today. And we love talking to you guys. So, Coach, you want to end off? You want to end it real quick and I come behind you?
Oh, absolutely, guys. There's millions of dollars out there. You have a choice into how you want to live your life. And that choice starts today. Reach out to me today. Contact me and my team today. Don't wait, because wait is what broke the bridge. I mean, every time I run into women, matter of fact, I ran into a lady. Somebody gave her my information 8 years ago. She never did nothing with it. She said she's kicking herself to this day. She just signed up. I had a client who signed up with me a year and a half ago. She already just left her 6-figure job and sent me a note the other day, May 1st, my last day at my job. Your tomorrow starts today. You got to start the journey somewhere. And you owe it to yourself to get started. Same way you find money for everything else, find the money to get started. There's always a way.
Yes. So thank you so much, Coach Dawniel, for coming in today. The topics were great. My name is Sonjia Pelton-Sam, y'all, also known as the Glam Coach. I help you G, get up, L, love yourself, A, affirm your beliefs, and M is some things that you can make happen right now in your life and in your business with God by your side. If you need anything, workbooks, planners, journals, landing pages done, or templates, so that you can really fire it off on social media, y'all come on, talk to me. Let me help you make a little in your life right down there at www.theglamcoach.com. I have freebies for you guys going over. And I have an app on Apple, Launch Your Vision, like you're launching to the next level. Launch Your Vision, 21 days to shift your life. Have an amazing, amazing week. And thank you guys for watching. Your next level starts now. Bye-bye.